A number of planners have asked me, how did I get this table down here below and what can I show them to substantiate it? Also, they ask me, okay, you got a person who can retire, so they can retire. Now, could you show us a projection after they achieve their sustainable safe withdrawal rate? So I developed this utility here called How Long Will My Money Last? And what this does is this takes the projection the rest of the way home for the next 30 or 40 years. So as you can see, the default is a person age 62, $1 million in the portfolio, assuming a portfolio return of 7%, and they're going to withdraw 6% a year, $60,000, and that's going to increase 3% a year with inflation. And the way this graph works is the green line is their portfolio, the red line is their annual withdrawals each year. The scale for the green line is here on the left. The scale for the red line is here on the right. It happens to be 1/10 of the scale on the left. So with $1 million, you start out with $1 million, it stays level, it goes up a little bit, then eventually comes down as the withdrawals starts out at $60,000 and eventually go up 3% a year with inflation until the portfolio is depleted at age 87, which is 25 years from now. You can play some what ifs with this. So let's say they only earn 6% interest. And now they're going to run out of money at age 84, which is 22 years from now. Also notice that the projection itself, if you scroll down, is all shown right here. And it's a year-by-year projection. You can see, all the details are displayed, and there's formulas. You can look at the formulas inside the cells, see how they're calculated. Now, there are a couple of things you can do here. I'll show you. Let's say you can change the dimensions of the graph. So let's say you don't want all this space up here. You got to, instead of having a $2 million portfolio up here, let's say you have $1.5 million. Changes the scale a little bit. Let's say you want to go out. You don't want to go out that far. You want to go out 30. You only want to go out 25 years. You can change that scale down there. So those things can change. So let's put those back. Also, you got a couple of options up here in these two cells, wherever it says you can select a drop down. Here you can use my target percentage adjustment, which is the article I wrote about in the January 2013 issue of the Journal of Financial Planning. And you can see that will sustain the portfolio much more. And the way it sustains it is by not taking those inflation increases. So, you're not going to take these inflation increases. It's going to help the portfolio survive. And if you use the target percentage adjustment, the table shows you, it highlights with an asterisk the years in which you skipped an inflation increase. And that's what this little footnote tells you. You can also grab data from the main calc page. So let's say we've got Bill and Mary here, and we're looking at them retiring at age 65 with a portfolio of $960,285, and they were drawing 44,982 in the first year. So if we say get the calc data from the main calc page, that year is listed here, and now it populates. I'll put this back. Now it populates with their actual data. So you can play what ifs here. Well, let's say you only earned 5% return. Let's say you only took 2% inflation adjustments, things like that. Let's say you skipped inflation increases with the target percentage. So that's how you use this tool. In the next tutorial, I'll show you the other two options here, which are historical capital market returns and Monte Carlo simulations.